Hi and welcome back to Warframe. Today we're going to build Equinox, or at least attempt to. Now, first off, this requires you to build 2 Warframes. I am not kidding here. And then you have to build this one, which is night, this one here, which is day, then combine them to make the one in the middle. So let's first off get the blueprint, which is actually in the marketplace here. It is a helmet, system and chassis for night. Actually the night is down here. I have this completely wrong. There's the day. So you need helmet, system and chassis for day, and the same for night. Then once they are done, you can combine them into the day aspect and the night aspect. These can be built simultaneously, I'm assuming. I haven't actually built this, so we will find out. And it seems to be the same for each. Nope, actually that's systems require, that's actually chassis, so yeah, it requires the same for both. So you're talking 2 gallium, 2000 ferrite, 600 rubido for the 2 chassis, 2 control modules, 2 more gallium, 1000 salvage and 1000 rubido for the 2 systems, and 2 neural sensors, not centers, 1000 rubido, 300 ferrite and 300 alloy plates for the 2 helmets. Now let me set these off. To rush these, mind you, it's a total of 75 to rush 3 parts for 1 thing. Double it, because obviously you need the 2 Warframes. This is the first time I've had 2 Warframes building in quite a while, and it's nice to actually see that, because if we go to what's building, oh, so many things building. So as you can imagine, that's what, 150 platinum to rush this part. Obviously once they're done, you do have to come in and claim 6 Warframe parts, which can be rather annoying, to be honest. And 6. Then it's back into the Warframe thing, find out where the parts are laying. There they are. It will take 1 Oracle cell for the night, and obviously the 3 parts. The day is... Hey, what the? Okay, there it is. I lost it for a second there. Same thing, 1 Oracle cell over there. These, on the other hand, will take 3 days to build these 2. And then it's another 3 days to combine these 2. Then obviously, once these are finally done, we can claim these and set off the actual Warframe. If I can ever find the damn thing, because I have way too many parts in here now. Probably under E somewhere. There it is. It takes 1 former. It's another 3-day build though. So come back in 3 days when that's done. Actually, she's not that bad on the stats wise here. 100 shield, 150 air power for starting off, 100 health, and more importantly, she's got 100 armor. I keep saying she, don't I? But it has 100 armor, so that's actually a pretty decent starting point. Comes with a dash aura, a D slot and a V slot as well. So V polarity, a D polarity. Obviously there is the utility slot as well. This will be the first frame with that. And I've just literally dropped in energy siphon, health and intensify, because it'd be interesting to see how she actually works, because at the moment I have no idea, because as you can see, unranked. When you start, you'll start in night form here, and when you swap to day form using the first ability that switches between night and day, when you switch to day form you will get a damage multiplier once fully leveled of 1.25. These are in fact affected by power strength mods. That has definitely been confirmed now, and it's actually in the wiki. And there's actually a syndicate guy standing just around the corner there if you're wondering what I'm shooting at. And I'm sick of shooting these things out of the air. Really starting, I'm gonna have to take this guy out. If you switch back into night form, you should get a shield boost. The only lasts about 3 seconds, but you will have 250 armor switching to night. You will completely kill yourself using a really bad weapon, because I've literally just started this mission and I'm being overrun by enemies. So swap back to night form. This one has the damage multiplier, and speed is 15% increased as well for the 3 seconds after switching. switch back to night and shields go up 1002, then it'll slowly come down and it acts as if you're taking damage. One thing I have noticed about switching is it gives overshields to your pet Kubro. I'm assuming it works for Sentinels as well, haven't confirmed that one. The second ability is called Rest and Rage. The day form here, as I avoid these rounds and try and do some damage to them, will increase the damage you can actually do to an enemy by up to 50%. This ability is actually affected by power duration. So I kind of have a really bad build on here. So yeah, that was not a good thing. Nighttime, it's not called nighttime. Well, that's night form. I'll get there eventually. Night form will actually force them to sleep. They stop moving and the Kubro will just annihilate them. Now, if I can find an actual enemy, not a robotic thing, to actually use this on, because all I'm finding in this mission are robots and drones. There you go. It will freeze them up and you can actually do pretty much a guaranteed finisher move on them every time. The third ability, Pacify and Provoke. Oh, where is it? Pacify is night forms, and the damage taken by enemies is meant to be reduced by 20%. No, that's wrong. 50% damage reduction from enemies with this active. So night form wins here as well, just hands down, because halving the damage you take does not stop you from being able to blow yourself up with a goddamn rocket launching hand cannon. Daytime, on the other hand, with it active, is a complete waste of time unless you are playing with other people, because what this one does is it actually increases the power strength of nearby allies. So as I say, unless you're playing with other people, this one's kind of useless, and you can kind of see the purple thing around there, that's the radius. It is affected by power range, which is actually really useful, but you can't have both of them going at the same time. When you swap form, you have to reactivate it. Now, the power drain for this ability for nighttime is... Oh, wow. Ow. Stop it. What is it? Zero? No, it's not 0.5 per second. That makes absolutely no sense at all, but that's what it's got it down as. It's 0.5 power per enemy, because every time a new enemy comes into it, it takes that power off you. And it's not a case of it takes it off and that's it. It's a case of it takes it off, and as long as they're inside of it, it will continue taking it off until you have killed that enemy. Or failed miserably at hitting the drones because your aim absolutely sucks. Which leads to the last ability, which is Mend and Maim. Night form is Mend, and what this will do is, if I can get down here and start killing people, I'll actually deactivate it. I am aware of what I just did there, and let's activate that again. You can see it says in the top right there, next to health and stuff, Mend's at 860. 1750 something. That number is actually meaningful, and I want to do some damage to me, but I also want to build that number up at the same time. You can pick up power while doing this, but if you actually look at the floor, you can see there is kind of a weird effect on it now. It's also on the walls, and I don't think it's on the ceiling. No, it's on the ceiling as well. That is basically to tell you anybody in there is affected by this. This is affected by power range, power efficiency, because it's a constant drain on power. So fleeting expertise, basically the Peacemaker build from, what's her name? Mesa? Yeah, that works really well. And for the first time, enemies have stopped spawning when I actually want enemies to be here. It's just my luck. I need to find some enemies. Okay, not finding many enemies, so I'm just going to try and do a little bit of damage to myself, not a great deal of damage. So I want to run into a few of these grenades without killing myself. There it is. And what happens with this ability is when you deactivate it, it will do an area of effect that will heal all nearby allies, not enemies, I do mean allies with that, which makes her great for playing with others. It will heal yourself just as easily, but it's definitely more effective when playing with other players because you can help by healing them. And it does come in really useful on those weirdly long survival missions. And because I'm locked in here, all the bloody enemies have stopped again. God damn it. Dayform's version is called Maim, and this one is much better because, as you can see, I don't have to shoot anything apart from the flying things, which is a bit of a pain. But you'll notice the number in the top right again, it's still there, it still goes up. Any enemy that's killed within the radius of this thing or by this ability, because it will do damage over time, as you can see, until your Kubro comes in and steals your kill. I'm killing things behind us because, again, there's this weird effect on the floor. This one looks more like you're basically standing on top of, what's his name, Hydroid? Wow, I really hope I didn't just get that wrong. What is his name? The pirate one. I think it's Hydroid. That is something I really should know. But again, in this form, you can pick up power and all the rest of it, and it is really useful. But once that number is built up a little bit, you can do the same as you did with Night forms, but it does an area of effect that deals damage to things. And as you see, I took out that flying thing. It's kind of like Nyx's... That I didn't want to do, but I'll take it. I see you. You're no hope in hell of surviving my rockets. I'm really loving this pistol. But yeah, just like Nyx's Absorb, but mobile. You can actually move with it active, and it does damage to other people, and the damage builds up over time. So you can stand at a doorway and take out the guys on the other side of it, and you're building up a bonus at the same time. And oh no, there's enemies behind us. Takes them out when you deactivate it. All in all, this frame is actually pretty decent. The swapping constantly between the two different forms can get... I'm gonna blow myself up again. Kind of annoying at times, but eventually you'll get used to it. Just depends what missions you're doing and what level they are, and that effect on the wall can sometimes look really weird. But you will get used to it eventually, and it just depends on how you're playing as to how you're going to actually use this frame. But most of the time you will find yourself doing roughly what I'm doing here, and that's running around in day form with the super activated, because it'll deal damage to people, and if you do get into major trouble, you can always just deactivate it and kill anything within range. We'll leave this off here for now, because this is going to be a pain to try and throw together, if I'm honest, because the building part was a complete pig. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.